Hello and welcome to One North Maine, BCA's award-winning magazine program for the City of Champions. I'm Peter Zimbor.
And I'm Newbie Rattel. Here's coming up on this episode of One North Maine.
We take a trip on the Cape Cod Railroad excursion and tour southeastern Mass and the Cape via train.
A Mary E. Baker dedication, making it the first school to be named after a woman and a person of color.
And we take a look at the revitalization process of the War Memorial Building here in Brockton.
And an annual holiday concert held at the Christ Congregational Church by the Jubilate Choir.
And if Jubilate does not get your holiday musical stylings up enough, we've got some sounds from the Brockton High School holiday concert.
All that and more on One North Maine.
For the first time in many years, the Cape Cod Railroad excursion is active again. Recently, on a tour via this train, many city officials were in attendance, and it was sponsored by the Metro South Chamber of Commerce. One North Maine was there, and if you weren't, check this out.
Say choo-choo.
Do you like trains? Do you like trains?
Yes.
All right. Did you
I'm
sell?
Choo-Choo Charlie, yeah, and I pick my own nose every day.
All right.
You know what they say about noses? You can pick your friends, and you can pick your nose, but you can't pick your friend's nose.
All the way from the Lakeville station, over the bridge, down the Cape, having a wonderful time, a wonderful day. Dinner too, like the old days. Rotary and the Chamber of Commerce collaborate to make this happen. Many cars, good representation from the community, and dynamite time. Appreciate the Chamber's partnership.
First train ride, youngest official.
It's beautiful, crisp, cold, autumn day. Feels like winter up here, folks. But this is a historic train. It's very nice to have you aboard. And we'll be back in just a moment. Just a reminder, there's no smoking anywhere on the train today, folks. Unfortunately, there's no smoking allowed in the vestibule, the restroom, or any of the cars. Thank you. Beautiful view there today.
Cape Cod Central. Hope you enjoy your afternoon with us.
The Cape Cod Canal Electric Plant generates 1 billion watts per hour, which is consumed by 1,112,000 homes on Cape Cod and southeastern New England as well.
You're looking at actually the beginning of 5,000 acres, the second largest salt marsh on the entire East Coast, the largest being on Chesapeake Bay. Early settlers used that salt marsh straw that you see growing right next to the tracks for cattle feed and for packing glass products at the famous Boston Sandwich Glass Company. Now this vast marshland's most important value is ecological, and it performs very important functions for both marine and bird life. I know years ago when I moved to Cape Cod, I fell in love with the Cape, whether you're just visiting today or you live here on the Cape or on the outskirts. Hope that you have fallen in love at one time too.
You know, Mary E. Baker has been instrumental throughout the whole community, encouraging students to enroll at Massasoit. And recently, this school behind me right here was named after Mary E. Baker, making it the first school to be named after a woman and a person of color.
I'd like to introduce the Superintendent of Schools, Basan Buzz Nimberko.
Good afternoon, and welcome to the Mary E. Baker School. This is a great celebration for everyone here. For the family, it is a great honor for a great woman. For the city of Brockton, this is the first school to be named for a woman and for a person of color.
Well, this is just a blessed day, and I have so many people to thank for listening to me and hearing me when I was, trying to tell the story, and a lot of people were telling the story and sharing the story. But I want to respectfully thank today Mayor James Harrington for his wonderful support to listening to me talk about my mother. I had some bragging rights with him on a couple occasions, and he just listened to me, and I'm thankful. I want to thank Moises Rodriguez for carrying the torch. I want to thank our Massachusetts state dignitaries who have joined with me and my family here today, and also the Brockton City Council members for all your support. People with the spirit of Mary Elizabeth Baker are few and far between. Her passion was contagious, and it was hard to say no when she asked you to help her. She ignited others to dare to be something more, something better than what they expected they could be. Anyone who appreciated her finesse with the art of bringing people together for the good of the people has been blessed by the fruits of her labor, by her passion and her personal strength to succeed. My mother was exactly what God wanted her to be, a soldier inspired by the general.
Mary Baker could get you to do things. If she had something she wanted you to do, she could get you in a nice way, but if she wanted you to do something, you'd do it. And so it was really great. And I think it's really appropriate that this school be named for her and to be the first woman, the first Afro-American to have a building named after them in Brockton, because clearly in 1995, before she became ill, it was clear to everybody in the political arena that Mary Baker was going to become the first Afro-American elected to the Brockton City Council. And God had other ideas for her at that time, and so we get an opportunity to get back here today and to honor her for all that she did for our community. And Denise, I want to congratulate you, and we're really happy for you and your family. So thank you all, and God bless you. Have a great day.
When Denise asked me if I would just say a couple of words, I was ever so thankful and told her that I would be glad to say a couple of words about my Aunt Mary and her mother. I was trying to think of, what could I say, and, so I came up at least with one great characteristic that she had. And that is that Mary always had a positive attitude. She just believed that it could be done. Took a little hard work, but she believed that education was the key to success. She thought Massasoit was a jewel of a school. And when she first got there were not many people of color at Massasoit. So she was on a mission because she knew that this was a dream come true, that, people who, especially those who were financially and economically unable to afford more expensive institutions, she knew that this would be a great start for them. And she always emphasized, she says, listen, I want those students, not those who are going to go on to a higher education, but those who are not inclined to think that they can make it. And so she would talk to them and encourage them to apply to Massasoit Community College.
My name is Shana Barnes, and I am the district representative for Congressman Stephen Lynch in the 9th Congressional District here in Brockton. I would like to present to the Mary E. Baker Elementary School and to Denise Baker Bradley from the U.S. House of Representatives. It's a certificate of special congressional recognition presented to the Mary E. Baker School in recognition of the life and memory of Mary E. Baker, whose extraordinary legacy will continue to impact the educational achievement within the city of Brockton. Signed this day, November 30th, 2008, by your member of Congress, Stephen F. Lynch. Donna, on behalf of my family, I would like to present this to you as the principal of the Mary E. Baker School. And on it, I have inscribed Donna Haynes, principal, the Mary E. Baker School. I can and I will make a difference. And that is the motto of the school. And last but not least, I'd like to leave you with this little paperweight, something that we can take with us and share as we go along, to go along with your clock. And on it, it says, inspire, mentor, and uplift. So on behalf of you and the teachers here, my family and I are here to thank you for continuing to let this legacy live here. And we are now passing that torch on to you in the school.
I'm standing outside the War Memorial Building on West Elm Street here in Brockton. This building was the original setting for the annual Jingle Bell Run charity event, and it has been the setting for many concerts presented by the Brockton Symphony Orchestra. Currently, there are plans underway to revitalize the building and make this a great cultural and entertainment center in the future. To learn more, check out this next segment here on One North Main.
I want to introduce Ken to say a few words, and before I do, I just want to again thank him from the bottom of my heart, because we know that we have never got started if it wasn't for him. Thank you very much, Ken. Ken Feinberg.
We are determined that sooner rather than later, we will open up this building with completely renovated. And it will be a building that everybody in this area will want to visit. We've got a lot of work yet to be done. So I want to thank everybody. I want to thank the community for its support in getting this task well on the way to completion. The challenges are great, but when we are finished, people will come from all over to once again take a look at this cherished building of the Commonwealth. And it is Brockton's pride and joy. So I promise you that I will be back, and I will continue to make this a priority. And I thank all of you for helping make it a reality to the point where we've gotten so far. Thanks so much.
To see this building looking so bright, so shiny, and to see the potential use of it as a cultural center and an entertainment center is very heartwarming. This is a gem of Brockton that has been overlooked far too long. We're glad to see it shined up and ready to be placed in the crown of Brockton as another one of our star attractions. And I compliment all those who've been involved. Ken Feinberg is really a saint to come back here to Brockton and give so much of his time, of his talent, and of his treasure to benefit our community is just almost overwhelming.
If they just ride by the building and take a moment to walk up and down that walkway that leads to the new elevator, they'll see what people have done to pay tribute to some of their relatives who were servicemen or service people, or just want someone who wanted to support the program, we have all the information on the website.
This is a great thing that they're doing to bring this building back, and as you know what I've just been through, and you can really appreciate what the veterans did for our country to make this always safe. And when you're in other countries, you can see the world of difference, you know.
I'm working hard over the last year to get phase 1 done, make it handicap accessible, all the bathrooms, all the things that we did over. And we know it's a building that people will want to come to, and there's a lot of events that we can have here. So we're going to continue to work at it and continue to bring people into this building.
It's important that we keep the veterans first with this whole renovations that's being done at the War Memorial Building. The Brockton Symphony Orchestra has done a great job here as well, put on a nice ceremony for us. And I'm glad that all the parties that have been involved with us, from Dr. Hagelin, Ken Feinberg, the mayor's office, and everybody being on board on the same page. And this is a great building that sits in Ward 2, as you know, and it's to honor our veterans. And I'm very glad that we have been able to renovate it and continue to keep it up and put the time and energy into this building and keep it preserved to honor our veterans.
Mayor Harrington had this incredibly positive idea that as the federal government is looking for stimulus packages beyond the corporate stimulation, they're going to be looking for almost like a new WPA from the Great Depression with public works projects, and that he's already made moves towards Washington to encourage funding projects like the War Memorial restoration to both create jobs and financial stimulus. In the meantime, just the focus on the music, the performances, on updating the Veterans Museum so that the building will continue its original focus of honoring veterans from all of the wars, and combining it with a cultural and performing arts center is just so positive that I love this event. I'm glad it happened. I'm glad it was well attended, and I had a fantastic time.
I just want to thank everybody who has been involved with us, all the workers, the city workers, the volunteers who've done a lot of work. Dr. Hagelin been right on board, and all the veterans, because if it wasn't for the veterans, we wouldn't be standing in this beautiful building as we see today.
BrocktonWarMemorial.com, and they'll get a lot of information about how they can help and what's coming up next at the building.
You know, the Jubilee Choir has been treating us with great musical tunes throughout the whole year. And recently, there was a holiday concert right here at the Christ Congregational Church, and many people were in attendance. But if you weren't in attendance, you are now.
Jingle Bells, Sleigh Ride, Silent Night. Songs that are all synonymous with the holidays. And do you know what else is synonymous with the holidays? The annual Brockton High School Holiday Concert. Held this past December right here at Brockton High. BCA was on hand, and here now is a few selections from that concert. looks like that is going to do it for yet another episode of One North Maine. Remember, you can check us out online at bcatv.org. And you know what? If you have a question, comment, suggestion, or anything you'd like to tell us, feel free to drop us an email at 1nm@bcatv.org.
From everyone from One North Maine and BCA, I'm Newbie Ratto.
And I'm Peter Zimbor. We'll see you next time.